Here's my opinion on the Pacers and the Celtics. Now, I apologize in advance. I am feeling a little bit under the weather, so this video might not be edited as much as usual. And it's late. I might not have the same amount of energy as usual, but please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Support, stick through. I'll come back tomorrow or the day after. I still have to get one out today. But here's my opinion, my personal opinion. I watched the game yesterday. I watched the game last time between the Celtics and Pacers, and I'm here to tell ya the Celtics have not changed, and nor do I expect it to change. Why would you change something that works? If you are making threes and you're winning games and you won a championship, I would not expect you to change anything. And that's what happened the first game. These two teams went head to head. The Celtics came out and they played against the Pacers, and they kind of went crazy against them the first game. I mean, it looked so unfair the first game, and I was thinking to myself, should I even speak about the Pacers after that game? I was like, should I speak about them? Should I talk about them? I feel like that was an unfair matchup. That was an unfair look for the Pacers, and it just won't be something positive to say, considering the fact that this is a young team and they are coming together and they are trying to make things happen. I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch the next one. And I watched yesterday's game, and I realized the Celtics, if they're not making 20 plus threes a game, it's really hard for them to win. You have an amazing chance if you can hold the Celtics to under 23s per game. If you can do that and live with the points in the paint that they're getting, because they are going to still get a lot of them. I mean, they're not just avoiding all twos, even though it might seem like it sometimes. They are going to get a lot of them. And if you can live with that, then you're fine, and you'll be in a great position to win the game. You'll be in a great position to even be competing. You'll be in a great position to win. Because if you think about it, yesterday when the Pacers were going up against the Celtics, and usually when every team goes up against the Celtics, you try to hold the Celtics in the paint. You try to run them off the three and give them the twos. Obviously, you don't want to just give them open twos and straight line drives to the basket, but you're going to sit there and play defense in the paint. But your main goal and main focus is to run them off the three. And the Pacers did a really good job at that yesterday. And the few couple of losses that the Celtics have had, that's how they lost. And you could even watch yesterday's game. The Pacers really won, in my opinion. I feel like outran the Celtics. 2, they played their game. 3, they honestly just forced the Celtics to make stupid plays at the end. Because I was watching this game, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and I was thinking to myself, how did the Celtics lose this game? It seems very, like, even though the Celtics didn't lead after like the early second quarter, I think it was, the Pacers and the Celtics, like, it just felt like the Celtics were still in it. And we've seen the Celtics team like erase 14-point leads in the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. We've seen it before. Like, it's not impossible. I mean, I think 2 games ago, they erased like a 10-point lead in like a minute and a half. I don't think they won the game, but they erased it and they almost came back. On Christmas, to be exact, I think in the last 2 minutes, they almost pulled a comeback against the Sixers. And they just couldn't do it because I believe it was Tyrese Maxey just iced the game. So we've seen the Celtics really erase leads so fast. And in the fourth quarter, it seemed like the Pacers just were not giving them a chance. And there were a lot of dumb mistakes that the Celtics made. There were some shots I feel like could have went in. In the first half, for example, Jason Tatum was like 0 for 5. I think he then was 0 for 6. Eventually, he was 1 for 7. He didn't really get going to like the end of the third quarter. First quarter was more like a Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser type of quarter. Peyton Pritchard really had the whole first half, honestly. I think it was like 4 for 5 from 3 in the first half. Second quarter was really his quarter, honestly. Like, I think in the second quarter, Peyton Pritchard was the biggest problem for the Pacers in the second quarter. And he delivered on any shot they gave him. It felt like he just couldn't miss in the first half. You get to the second half, and third quarter is really when Jason Tatum started to turn up. I say like the end of the third quarter, he started to turn it up. Unfortunately, I feel like for me personally, in my own opinion, it was a little too late. Once you have Jaylen Brown going and Jason Tatum is taking a long time to get going, or the other way around, it's going to be hard for the team to win. If these two are not going around the same time, where they're like rotating on who scores, maybe he takes over the first half of the quarter, I take over the second half of the quarter, we pass the ball to each other, and it's not just the ISO thing going on, cool. That's when they usually win. That's when they're great. But yesterday it felt like, okay, Jaylen Brown carried us in the first half. Jason Tatum got it going in the second half. And like I said, it just wasn't enough. Jaylen Brown tried. He still kept going. He tried, but it just wasn't all that. Wasn't there. Derek White hit a couple of clutch buckets. I feel like that could have helped them, but it didn't do much. They tried to get going, get something going on in the last fourth quarter, in the last couple of minutes, and it wasn't there. The Pacers applied heavy pressure, and then offensively, the Pacers really did great. Tyrese Halliburton, good game from him. Pascal Siakam, I feel like nobody speaks about him enough, but honestly, I think Pascal Siakam is having a great season this year, or at least his last couple of games that I've seen from him. He's been playing really good. And then you consider Benedict Mathurin, Turner, everybody else on the team, they played great. TJ McConnell played great. Everybody on this Pacers team yesterday came together and played great. Now, the prediction. Honestly, this team just needs to grow. Just let them grow. Let's see what else they could do. Last year, they did really good, and even though they got swept by the Celtics, it was the hardest sweep we've ever seen. They did better than the Suns against the Timberwolves. So just let this team grow and let's see where they end up. I'm not going to say make any moves or anything like that yet, because honestly, we don't know. Now, second game of the night. It's the game I really wanted to watch. I had a lot of hope for, and it's the Thunder Grizzlies game. I tune in. Ja Morant not playing. Now, I don't know if he's injured. I don't know if he's sick. I don't know what's going on. 'Cause I know Ja usually plays. But the Thunder had their way with the Grizzlies. I think the game ended like 130 to 106. The first half ended like 76 to 55. I mean, this wasn't even competition. And this is a Thunder team that I just made a video about yesterday where I gave a crazy take that they need to trade for somebody or make some type of crazy move. And really, what I got from yesterday's video, and after watching yesterday's game, all the Thunder need is for Chet Holmgren to come back. They get him back, and they're a problem. They're already a problem without him. Now imagine if they have him back. Imagine it's not just Shea scoring. Imagine they have somebody playing defense. Imagine they have a big man in the paint that's actually a presence. They're going to be a problem. And the thing I love about this Thunder team, no matter who is on the court, if Shea is there, they're going to win. They don't lose much. If Shea is there, they're going to win. And what other team in the league can you say that about? Okay, the Timberwolves is Anthony Edwards' first year by himself. The Hawks, DeJounte Murray's there. And they haven't even been that good since the whole Knicks-Hawks thing going on, when the Knicks was hating on Trae Young. They haven't been that good since. So what other team can you actually say this about? That depends on their star player, but also gets points, also plays defense, also plays as a team, also passes the ball, and they don't depend on him to have 10, 15 assists every night for them to win. Mind you, their center is not even there. I cannot wait to see what this team looks like at the end of the season. And I hope this team makes it to the playoffs and makes it deep into the playoffs. We need real competition. Grizzlies, hold your head up. I'm not gonna lie, you just need Ja back. Get Ja Morant back, get your shit together, and y'all be alright. And then Chris Paul had like 14 assists. Honestly, the Spurs been playing a lot better than what I thought they would do this year. I thought the Spurs would be bad, but they're actually playing a lot better than what I thought. They're like 16-16, 500. They still have a chance to bring in more than 500. Victor Wembanyama, another 30-point game. I mean, Scoring wise, amazing for this team. Passing for Chris Paul, amazing. And they might have a chance. Mind you, they were going up against the Timberwolves, but it is what it is. You know, you get your wins, how you get them. I don't think they won, but there's a learning experience if they didn't win. If they did win, then it's amazing. I didn't watch the rest of the game. I watched like a couple. It was the first and second quarter, honestly. But good for them. But anyways, yeah, thank you so much for coming through the locker room. As I said earlier, I apologize. I am a little bit under the weather. There are people over also visiting. That's, you know, whatever you hear in the background. Appreciate you if you made it all the way through. And if you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Make sure you comment, because honestly, I definitely and highly appreciate it. Like, this means a lot to me. Thank you so much again. It's Real Talk with E. Safety.